You are capable of winning races, but you can't do it alone. It's time to elevate your game to the next level with RMR Driving Academy. Richard Murtaugh is the longest-running setup builder on iRacing with nearly a decade of experience. With a combined 13,000 rating across 2 accounts, Murtaugh has helped more than 20 drivers advance to the World of Outlaws Pro Series. Log on to rmrdrivingacademy.com or find them on Facebook and Instagram.
Good Monday evening, everybody. Welcome to the Dirt Racing Network, the Digital Sim Sports Network, and live coverage for the Dirt Slingers Racing League Monday Night Thunder Midwest Barbecue Equipment Sprint Car Series tonight. 360 wing sprint cars at Volusia Motorsports Park. Round number 10 for the series. So the fourth of 5 360 races. They have already completed 4 410 races on the season. We kind of told you folks that we'd have something to do with the points, and we are going to tell you kind of where the points stand. Now, this is all the races combined. Noah Bowman has a 282-point lead over Kenny Hoffman. It is 288 points over Matt Grimm. It is 330 points over Ryan Avila. And Josh Whiteman in fifth is 372 points back of your leader. 3 races to go, including tonight. So you never know what could happen. Hello, Mr. Bill. Looking to see, but Noah Bowman was the quickest in the warm-up session. He bested everyone by just about a tenth of a second. A hundredth of a second, I'm sorry. 100th of a second. 200ths, 300ths. It was pretty close. You get down there a little ways, it's a little further out, but he looks to be quick again here tonight at Volusia. Gave guys some extra time with the track, see if they could wear it in. I'm sure that they'll give them some extra time in the warm-up session too. Looks like we're going to have a couple of quick heat races for you. They will race for their starting position in tonight's A main. Heat 1 for the inside line, Heat 2 for the outside line, and then 30 laps for the feature. Everyone is transferring tonight. $15 of them in here, only 12 of them took time. Not long left in the session. Drivers meeting ongoing as we speak. Quick reminder about this week. Very strong chance, and I'm going to say better than 75%, that we are going to air last night's truck race, the Fitz Automotive Specialist Sunday night truck race from Kentucky. I was not there. Did not race this week. But I heard it was amazing. I heard it was fantastic. So we will try to air that tomorrow night. Wednesday night, Midwest Truck Series. The boys come back and see if they're still hung over from Pocono last week. And then Thursday night, well, there's not going to be much on. I will be out of town working, so we will have to worry about that when we get back. Right now, we expanded. Must have expanded while I was not looking, because we only had 15. All of a sudden, we got 9 drivers in this. So that means we added 1 or 2 real quick. We're going to have the 91 of Matt Grimm on the pole. Jay Schaff in the 3 will be his partner in that row on the outside. John Klimowitz, the 34, inside of row number 2. Next to Wade Fields in the 1. The 1J of Jacob Schmutz, he's inside row number 3, and he's got old Tiny Dancer. Scott King in the 118 on the outside of him. Then Gavin Chatham, the 99, and Dean Reynolds, the 79. And Reynolds is sporting an old Jack Hodenshield paint scheme. And then Brian Cross, 78, on the very back row. He just now flashes in. Haven't seen Brian in action here at DSRL for a hot minute. And it's nice to have him back. Always fast. Always super fast. 34 car looks like he is going to slide himself to the back of the field. He'll pull out of the inside of that 3rd row. Or 2nd row. I'm sorry. He was in the 2nd row. He'll pull out and he'll drop all the way back to tail end Charlie here. I noticed this car in the practice session. Man, that thing is bright and it is shiny. Getting back up here towards the front to get a look at these guys. Matt Grimm, last season's 410 Outlaw champion, struggling this year with all the cars a little bit, 410s and the 360s. So back to third or fourth in the points. All right, going to be time to go green when we come out of turn 4 this time. 8 laps inside a row to start tonight's 30-lap A main. Well, how they finish here is how they'll line up on that inside row. In heat number 1, but pace truck getting out of the way down here in turn number 4. We're inside the start zone. The green flag is out. Good start for Matt Grimm. Right through the middle of the racetrack in 1 and 2, up to the outside down the backstretch. He'll go right back to the middle in 3 and 4. He's going to lead lap number 1. Jacob Schmutz had a moment where he thought maybe he was going to throw a slider on Jay Schaff, but Schaff kept the power down, keeps the second position. Gavin Chatham climbs up to the 4th spot. Then it's Wade Fields, Cross, King, Reynolds, and Klimowitz behind that. Klimowitz started out back by choice, and he's riding out back right now as Dean Reynolds and Scott King are going at it side by side. One in a famous paint job. The other one, well, he's famous for something else. Mostly famous for those duct tape letters and numbers on that wing. Matt Grimm. 4 laps to go, halfway through heat 1. 10 car lengths. Now 8. Now back to 10 out in front of Jay Schaff. Schmutz still 3rd. Chatham still trying to find a way around him. Tight on the push bar on the back of the 1J. 99 car is. Going to have to do something. If he's going to get anything at all done, he's going to have to do it pretty quick because we're down to the white flag in heat number 1. Track still looks like it's a little heavy. Get some more laps on it in the warm-up session. It'll widen out. We'll get two lines of racing. Grimm winning heat 1. Schaff 2nd. Schmutz, Chatham, Fields, Reynolds. Klimowitz up to 7th. Cross and King rounding things out. Not sure what happened to Scotty King, but it looks like he had contact of some kind, and that put that car in the infield in a hurry. We'll get ready for heat number 2, and we'll show you the starting lineup. It'll be Garrett Boyd, the 21 on the pole. Josh Whiteman in the 5 on his outside. Bryce Lucius, the 32. He'll start inside row number 2 next to Joseph Grandy. And Scott Thomason in the 8. Noah Bowman, your current points leader, the 24. That's row number 3 in our final row. The 73 of Larry Moody and the 11 of Kenny Hoffman. I'm sure that 11 is going to come out with a 1 on it, not with an 11 on it. Garrett Boyd in a semi-rare appearance. I don't know who was supposed to be. Well, they got this grid all kinds of jacked up, don't they? Cars. I don't know what is going on. The front row is inverted somehow. Shows Josh Whiteman on the inside of that front row and Garrett Boyd on the outside. So, no idea what is going on, but I swear the grid said that 21 had the pole and the 5 had the outside of that row. So, we'll just have to see. Bryce Lucius, another driver that doesn't make too many appearances in this series. We're used to seeing a different paint scheme on this number 73 car that's getting ready to roll by here, but the blue's a nice touch, looks good. And then Kenny Hoffman, and I'm positive that Hoffman's rocking the 1. Yeah, the 1K, he came from over at the Pro Series earlier, I think. Either way, we've got 8 laps. Yeah, that's why you keep duct taping numbers and stuff on your wing. I'm just saying. Just saying. Pink tutu should be there anytime now.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag in the air. Oh, I choked myself with that one. Woo. Josh Whiteman with a great jump. He'll have 10-12 car links on Boyd. Lucius is going to be all over Boyd here. Lucius with the slider in 1 and 2 takes over the second spot. Boyd back to third. Grandy, the 518, in the fourth spot. Here comes Noah Bowman. He's trying to work around the bottom. Got a challenge on the outside from the 73 of Moody. And Kenny Hoffman, always quick Kenny Hoffman. He's just looking for open space so he can go after these guys. Looks like the 1 is a little quicker than the 73 and the 24. He just can't get space. Up front, the battle's getting ready to be hot. Garrett Boyd with problems. There goes Scott Thomason. Caution. Oh, my gosh. It collected the majority of the field, including your points leader, and that's going to hurt Bowman's starting position. Let's go back here, and let's try to watch the 8 car. The 21. Oh, 21 and the 518 have a little contact, and then it's just mayhem as Scott gets, Thomason gets collected in that, and he goes for a violent ride. And you can see 24 car super bent. So the 8, the 1K, the 24, the 518, all on pit road. Josh Whiteman's out front. Lucius, who had run him down and was right to the tail tank. We were getting ready to swap the camera over there to it when the incident happened. He'll have a shot on the restart. Got about 4 laps, it looks like. Maybe 4 laps here when we take this. Starting lap 5, so. Moody is third and Boyd is fourth. How Boyd stayed out of all that after that contact, I'm not exactly sure. But he and the 518 had contact coming out of turn 4, and it kind of opened the door for that whole melee. Scotty, I think you're right. We just can't have nice things. All right. Lights are off on our pace truck. And that means we're getting ready to go. Green flag racing again. Peppercorns. Just waiting on the 5 car. Pull the trigger up here in turns number 3 and 4. Pace truck will get out of the way right here. Whiteman on the throttle. Green flag back in the air. 3 laps is all that's remaining. Lucius with a good run off the bottom of 2, but not close enough to get a slider in. 2 to go. Noah Bowman, Kenny Hoffman, both back on the racetrack. They're side by side back here, both of them innocent victims of the nonsense. White flag in the air. Whiteman's still out in front. Lucius just can't get close enough to do anything with him. It looks like Josh Whiteman is going to start on the outside of the front row for our feature tonight. He wins heat 2. Lucius second. Moody. Boyd. Then who's it going to be for 5th place? Hoffman holds off Bowman. 5th and 6th. Grandy and Scott Thomason will round our field out. So all the heat racing action is over. Drivers will have some time with the racetrack to widen it out. Driver's going to come out here, take a little bit of time, see if they can widen this track down. Really want to iron out the center of the track. Move all the marbles as high as they can move them. Leave a little bit of moisture down there at the bottom. Somebody wants to get down the very, very inside and give it a shot. There's that Dean Reynolds car I was talking about. An homage. Your points leader is going to start pretty deep. He's going to be on the outside row. He's going to be about sixth in line. He'll be outside row number 6 tonight here. Start things off. See if he can make his way to the front. Scott King just doesn't know how to have nice things. He can't figure it out. Got 3 or 4 drivers that have elected not to get out here making any laps. They don't want to give their secrets away, I guess. We'll remind you tomorrow night we are going to try to air the DSRL truck race from last night at Kentucky. Not sure what time yet. We're going to give it a shot. It's probably going to be something kind of late, like 8:30 Central Time. If we don't get it, then we'll air it over the weekend, this coming weekend. And then Wednesday night, Midwest Truck Series back in action. You can see the slick grooves starting to wear in. That will change the way this track races. We'll get a couple of very distinct lines. We'll see who elects to do what with their setup to race a line that they would like. Trying to smooth it out, build a little cushion at the top right now. That's why the guys are getting so much time in this warm-up session. Typically, this wouldn't be allowed. Hello, Miss King. How are you? Deb King on Facebook with us. Talked about Brian Cross being back with us at Mobile One, number 78. Been around a long time with that paint job on that car. Who's not already? I've already had enough of the cold. We haven't really even hardly had anything as far as moisture yet, so I can't have a big complaint, but I can say that I'm already tired of the cold. It hurts. I'm getting too old for it. Hard to go work in it. If only I could figure out how to do this and make money. Life would be grand. But I suppose if you were any good at it, people would come seeking you out and want to pay you to do it. So there's that. All 18 drivers have ended up turning laps on this thing, and we're 3/4 of a second from quickest to slowest. Whew, had enough of that. I've seen that all over the place up north. It's getting crazy. A little early in the year for all this heavy stuff, I think. Isn't this normally like January and February? Session should be about wound out here. We should be getting ready to go racing. They're getting the track where it looks like it's going to be pretty racy. A short discussion via some text messages with race control, allowing these guys to get some extra time in. I think that was a great decision. I think we're going to see a great race here. 18 cars for 30 laps. Let's get ready to look at how we're going to line them up. Matt Grimm and Josh Whiteman, the 91 and the 5, will be our front row to start things off. Then the 3 of Jay Sheff, the 32 of Bryce Lucius in row 2. The 1J, Jacob Schmutz, and the 73 of Larry Moody in the 3rd row. The 4th row will be the 99 of Gavin Chatham and the 21 of Garrett Boyd. Wade Fields, the 1, Kenny Hoffman, the other one, the 1K. They will make up row number 5. Dean Reynolds in the 79, and your current points leader in the series, the 24 of Noah Bowman, making up our 6th row. John Klimowitz in the 34 and the 8 of Scott Thomason. They are row 7. Row 8 is Brian Cross in the 78, Joseph Grandy in the 518. And our 9th and final row, the 118, Tiny Dancer, Scott King, and Richie Gaines. How did he sneak in here? Richie Gaines in the other 11. Well, actually, he's probably the only 11 car now since Hoffman went back to the 1. Yeah, there is Richie Gaines. I do not recall seeing him in a heat race, but hey, my eyesight ain't what it used to be. All right, 30 times around under the green flag. Points leader, current points leader. Pretty sizable lead with 3 races to go, but he's starting pretty deep. And we all know when you get closer to the back of the field, a lot of strange things can happen. He could have a very short night. Picked up the win last week. Win number 4 on the season, as a matter of fact. All right. Pace truck will get out of the way. We'll get ready for Grimm and Whiteman to get us started.
Green, green, green.
Matt Grimm. Great start for Grimm. They're fanned out 3 and 4 wide already around this place. 360 wing sprint car. Roar to life. And they will get after each other with the quickness here. They're already battling for real estate. That was Chatham and Shaft down there on the bottom of 1 and 2. Almost got together. They get it sorted out. Shaft takes 4th. Chatham into 6th as the 1J of Schmutz got around him up on the top side. Looking a little deeper in the field, Richie Gaines trying to close in on Brian Cross. Garrett Boyd, Joseph Grandy and company, all still battling side by side. It is a hornet's nest right here in midfield. There went Moody. Tried to throw the slider on Schmutz. It didn't stick. Side by side, Wade Fields and Kenny Hoffman. They're going to be 3 wide now with Noah Bowman. Oh, contact. Around goes Moody. Bowman's going to get caught in it. Caution for the first time. Let's go back. We got the drone cam. It's going to be just a little bit of contact right there, and then it gets hooked. And I think that's Wade Fields that got into Moody. Wade Fields ends up in the fence backwards. Bowman got a little piece, but it doesn't look like he's got any damage. See if we can get that drone cam flown closer to the car. Wheels look like they're still straight. Front bumper's still pretty straight. Nothing bad on the back end. Not so lucky for a couple of our other drivers. Wade Fields hit the fence hard. We'll see if they can even put that car back together enough to get him out there. And Joseph Grandy, who got a piece of that. Just sitting, waiting. Right front might be a little towed out because that is pointing just a little bit further to the right than the left front. So he may have a little tow out problem. Everything else does look like it's in pretty good shape. Grimm, Whiteman, Lucius, Chatham, Schaff, Schmutz, Hoffman, Cross, Moody, and Gaines are the top 10 right now. Richie Gaines, 8 spots already. He started 18th. He's inside the top 10. Single file on all of our starts. Restarts, that is. Looks like we have lights out on our pace truck. The drivers all going to file in single file here. Pace truck will get out of the way. We'll look for Matt Grimm to get us started. And he'll do it early in turn 4. Green flag back in the air. Back a little deeper because they're already fanned out. They're going to be 3 wide. That was tight racing right there. Hoffman, Schmutz, Cross goes with the long, low slider. And Brian Cross picking up spots. 2 for 1 down there. Make it 3 in this one lap. Time he entered turn 3 to the time he got back to that entry, he picked up 3 spots. Brian Cross looks like he's on a mission. He's up to the 5th spot right now. Here comes Kenny Hoffman around the high side of Jay Schaff. And Hoffman worked his way up to 6th. Schaff's going backwards. Richie Gaines is coming forward. Gaines is still on the move. He's up to 8th, and he's up to the push bar on his teammates 3. Gaines and Schaff nose to tail, and they're still chasing. Kenny Hoffman, Brian Cross and company. There goes the slider from Gaines. He got up a little too wide, brushed the fence. He'll give the spot right back. Let's go up front, Matt Grimm. He's gotten run down. Got a lot of company. Josh Whiteman, Gavin Chatham, and Josh Whiteman got a good run out of 2 in the middle. He'll go to the lead in 3. Will he have it coming out of 4? At the line, I think it was Whiteman. Grimm got it back out in turn 1. Good racing action up front. Caution. Oh, Brian Cross. Let's go watch the 78. Hoffman has gotten by here. Oh, he got up by the fence. He just got pulled in. Yep, throw it into the spin cycle and then a little tumble dry just for good measure. So caution 2. Whiteman had the lead. Like I said, I think Whiteman had it at the line by just a couple of inches, and Grimm took it back getting into 1 and 2. So we'll slow things down. Whiteman, Grimm, Chatham, Lucius. Gaines is 6th. Hoffman is 5th. Schaff, Schmutz, Moody, Reynolds, Bowman, Klimowitz, Thomason, and Grandy. So we keep moving back. King, Boyd. I think you're going to see Wade Fields and Brian Cross both out of this. So still 16 of them out there. All right, lights off on the pace truck. Get ready to go back halfway this time. When we get the green. Had a great 3-car battle right before the caution. Starting to heat up pretty good at the front. We'll see if we can get back to that. Lucius and Hoffman are there now as well. Green flag back in the air. This time Whiteman got a pretty good launch. Whiteman clear by about 8-9 car lengths. Grimm still second, but Chatham's right there. It's almost side by side. Lucius and Hoffman. Kenny Hoffman went to the bottom with Bryce Lucius right there. He'll go to the top in 3 and 4. Run a different line. You can't pass cars if you're following in their tire tracks. And Lucius now working his way past Chatham. He's up to 3rd. Working down around on the bottom. Chatham goes back by. They'll be too wide. That's letting Hoffman catch back up. Richie Gaines, Jay Schaff, 6 and 7, and starting to close in just a tiny bit. Kenny Hoffman over the cushion. He's really going to have to pedal the car, and that's going to allow Gaines to get close. Whiteman is 0.6 of a second ahead of Matt Grimm. He is running right through the middle and exiting high in the corners. Kind of a little shallow slider. These two have broken away from Bryce Lucius. Lucius, however, has company because Chatham, Hoffman, and Gaines are all right behind him. We're inside 10 to go. And now Matt Grimm finally figuring out a rhythm, starting to close the gap on Whiteman's 5 car. That time a big mistake from the 5, and he left the top open. And Grimm got the nose there, and Matt Grimm may go back to the point coming out of turn 4. Boy, that was close. I think Grimm had him by just a skosh. Now Grimm clears. Put the 91 back out front. Lucius is still 3rd. Hoffman is 4th. Everything is kind of settled down behind. Slider from Noah Bowman on Jay Schaff. That's going to be for 7th. Wave lap. This time 5 to go for Matt Grimm. Lucius now has caught Whiteman. He'll clear him coming out of 2. So very late in the going, Bryce Lucius has found a bunch of speed. He closes in on your leader. Lucius to the bottom in 1 and 2. Is it enough? He is right there. 3 to go. Here comes Hoffman late. He's caught Josh Whiteman as well. So the 5-car fading late in the race here. 2 to go. Popsicle sticks for our drivers this time. Grimm looks like he's got it under control. He's got to make one more circuit. Who's going to come home third? I don't know. Bryce Lucius had a notion, and I think he thought better of the slider, but he's close. This time, slider in 3 and 4. Grimm saw that coming a half a mile away. Grimm picks up the win at Volusia. Lucius lost the car and destroyed it down the front stretch. Whiteman held on for third in front of Hoffman. Gavin Chatham will come home in that 5th spot. Let's look at our feature results. Gaines 6th, Bowman 7th, Schaff 8th, Moody 9th, Reynolds 10th, Schmutz 11th, 12th to Klimowitz, King 13th, Thomason 14th, Boyd 15th, Grandy 16th, Cross 17th, and Fields our 18th and final finisher. Let us, well, apparently Josh Whiteman took his car away from us. So we'll just have to deal with it. It is what it is. Oh, let's see if our drivers are starting. Yeah, Josh Whiteman has made his way in there. Josh Whiteman, you got a copy?
Yeah.
Well, it looked like the car faded quite a bit at the end, and a lot of drivers made their way back to you, but you still finished on the podium tonight, man. You got out to the point. Tell us what happened after that.
Just being the lead, not knowing where anybody's running. It's just part of it, but I don't know, just a little frustrating. Been 2 years since I've won a race. Thought I had one tonight. Just let it slip away.
Yeah, 5-car looked pretty strong. It looked like when the track really kind of changed and the low side kind of went away, the high side was kind of thin. Looked like you were able to find something through the middle and make some passes, and then you got out there. Like you said, you couldn't see where the boys were at. What did you feel change other than you just couldn't see them?
There was a nice patch of moisture there coming off the middle of 2 that kind of went away. That's what kind of allowed me to get beside Matt there to pass him there before that caution came out. And then, the track just changed really quickly out there. And, like I said, just felt good where I was running. Just didn't know the top came back in, but, that's racing.
All right, man. Good finish tonight with a couple of races left. Maybe you can build some momentum and finally close the season out one of the next 2 races by picking up a victory. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous before we let you go.
Thanks to all my guys over at Rolling Thunder. Good group, having fun, enjoying being around good people. They believe in me more than I believe in myself, so glad to have them. Our primary sponsor, Fitz's Automotive Specialists. Without them, we wouldn't have the resources to even compete for a win. So glad to have them. Thank you to Tampa Racing for putting out good setups. This thing was pretty good. So, just got to keep working, got to get better. But, and then thanks to all the admins, you guys over at DSRL. And thanks to you, Roger, for broadcasting this every week.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the run. We'll look forward to seeing you back next Monday night.
Yep. See ya.
Josh Whiteman finishing third here tonight. And now let's grab driver that finished second. And I was watching him close in a little bit, and I thought, man, he is going to get there, going to get there. just not quite enough, Bryce, to get up there and steal the win away from Matt Grimm.
Yeah, I'd probably say the car was a bit better than the driver there, thanks to Tanner Pettit. But besides that, if the driver was a bit better, I think we might have had more of a shot at it. But Matt did a great job. He's kept consistent through the middle, and yeah, I just couldn't get there soon enough. Or I kept making a bunch of mistakes, realistically, just in the bottom in 1 and 2. I knew it was fast. It was just I couldn't actually hit it. I wasn't slowing the car down enough to. But great job to Matt.
Yeah, looked like the track changed quite a bit. You were able to move around a little bit, but at the end, the bottom kind of was your place. At what point did you really figure out that's where you were going to have to try to make your run?
I knew at the beginning of the future everyone was going to be running around the top, so I kept trying it, but it seemed like the way with the weather was, it was just the bottom was killed, and you couldn't carry, with it being a 360, enough momentum through it to keep it actually going and fast. So luckily I was able to get the bottom shown to me by Kenny, so then I moved down there in 1 and 2 and just kept missing it after that.
Well, awesome job here tonight, second place. We don't see you often enough in this series, but when you do show up, it's usually a podium, man. You got some shout-outs, some thank yous before we let you go?
Yeah, just Tanner Pettit for the setup. That's about it.
All right, man. Congrats on the run. Hopefully we get to see you back to finish out the 410 season next week.
All right, thank you.
Bryce Lucius finishing in second here tonight. And now we'll move on. Took him a minute this season to get here, Matt Grimm. You had to hold off some tough customers at the end of this thing.
I know. I thought I threw it away there for a little bit. I was sitting there thinking, like, man, I am washed up. But I was lucky that top came in when it did, and glad there's no mirrors.
Last year's champ, you're not on top of the points now. All of a sudden you're washed up. I'm finding that hard to believe personally because I've seen you race really well. You've had some bad luck this season. But tonight, like you said, when he got by you, what did you change to run him back down?
Yeah, I just didn't know where to run when you're up front like that. I mean, I do not run on this thing religiously. So every race I run is relearning everything. So I was just trying to guess on where to run for that first half of the race. And once he got around me, I was like, well, it's time to start trying something. And yeah, that top in 1 and 2 was flying. It was real sketchy there at the end.
Yeah, it usually does get a little sketchy here. It starts to get super thin, and if you make one mistake, you can really get at the fence. We did see you get up there and have a little brush with it, but didn't seem to kill your momentum too much. You end up picking up the win, man. You got some shout-outs and some thank yous before we let you go?
Oh, yeah, just shout out to everybody who puts this league on, especially you for doing the broadcast, everybody at RMDB, and Grandy for always running this with me, all our sponsors over there, RTB, Aiden, Berline, puts a lot of work in for the sets, which glad he does because I sure don't. So I just got to get to ride the coattails of him. And man, I did not think I'd get a win this season. I thought my chances were over, but yeah, glad we got something.
Well, you still got a couple of races left, man. May go back to back or back to back to back. Close out the season and give yourself a shot there. All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the win. I will definitely look forward to seeing you back here to close out the 410 season next Monday.
Sounds good. Thank you, guys.
Matt Graham picking up your win here tonight at Volusia Motorsports Park. Round 10 in the books. 2 to go. 2 more Mondays. The Monday right before Christmas. We will wrap things up. Don't forget, like, share, and follow if you're on Facebook with us. Subscribe if you're on YouTube, Twitch, or Trovo. You know every time we go live. That race tomorrow night, I can't guarantee it, but I'm going to try to get it aired by about 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern. That's if I can get the replay downloaded because I wasn't here to get it. But we're going to try to get it in before Saturday night. If not, it'll be Saturday night. And then Wednesday night, the Midwest Truck Series. Join us for that. Always say hi in the chat. Don't ever come in and not say hi. We appreciate that greatly. But I want to thank you all for being here. Without you, there's no reason to do this. And without the awesome leagues giving us fantastic racing each and every time we go live, there's nothing to cover. So a high five and a pat on the back all the way around for that. Till we see you again, peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing down. And until you do come and see me again, keep it dirty.